Hi, welcome. If your support team runs on Zendesk and your dev team works in Jira, this is the video for you. What I'm going to show you is a live sync between Jira issues and Zendesk tickets. Status, comments, attachments, and fields flowing both ways. A 30-day trial is available if you want to follow along after. Let's get into it. Once you have installed your app and click under Apps, Zendesk Integration for Jira, this is where you'll land on. Here, you will select Create Integration, Continue Sync, and then connect to your app. We'll start with Jira, create a new connection for it, and then here you could use the URL or log in with Atlassian. We will go with that option, but you can also check the option for this one on our documentation. We'll log in with Atlassian, allow it, and then accept. Now, we have to give it a name and choose the URL that you want to connect with. Now we'll find it. And then select the project that we want to use. Connect this one. And now we will do a similar step on the other side with now Zendesk. We'll select Zendesk and then create a connection. Now we'll have to go to Zendesk to pick up the URL as well as the API token. Now that we are in Zendesk, we'll pick up the URL. And then also here we'll select Admin Center. Apps and integrations, API tokens, and then generate a new API token. We'll go with this. Now we save, and now you have your token. Let's copy this. You can save this to use afterwards in another connection if you want to. We will now give it the URL, give a name, use the same address that we have in here. So let's check what is the address. And paste the personal access token that we just copied. Let's connect. And now we connect also the organization. One important note on this one is that for the Zendesk connection, you will need admin credentials. So if you don't have them, you'll have to ask your admin to provide the credentials and the personal access token. Now that both sides are connected, let's map the types. Here, you could also map manually if you want to, or what I would do is to use the quick build. The quick build will handle for you the mapping of the types along with some minimal necessary fields for your integration to work. So you'll go with title and subject, description with description, assignee with assignee, and reporter to requester. On this screen, you can edit or add more fields if you want to, or apply, and then open from this here and also edit the fields. I will add under assignee some other people. You will see that the tool was able to map some people, but I'll add one more to demonstrate how it works. So we will match them with someone that we want to match on the other side, and the same for reporter. Now I have mapped the assignees and the reporter. I can also play with the direction if I don't want a full bi-directional synchronization. I can say which fields I want to flow to each side, or if they should be both ways. For this documentation, for this demonstration and to make things easier, I will keep it both ways, but you can of course modify as you prefer. Moving on, I'm happy with the fields that I have mapped, so let's go to status. In here, the tool already mapped for us the in progress with in progress, but we have other status to map. So let's do that. You can, from here, as you can see, I only have one to do and one new, but I also have open. So I can map both to just one. And on this side, on the Zendesk side, whenever it flows from Jira, it will be default as new, but I can also modify as I works best for us. So let's also map other fields so we can have some necessary fields in here. This works. So let's move now to comments and attachments. Now in comments and attachments, let's see if the synchronized comments is enabled. Here you can also have both directions, either just to Jira, to Zendesk. You can filter or allow comments or exclude them based on some criteria. So you can select author name, content, or when it was created, add a condition, and then a value for both sides. Here you will see some other fields that will help you identify where the comment is coming from, IDs, links, etc., and how the public versus private comments can work. So, for example, when a public Jira comment is added, how it will behave on the Zendesk side, same from Zendesk to Jira side. On the bottom here, you will see synchronized attachments is also enabled by default, and you can also modify how you want this data to flow, either both ways or just one way. Now that we are happy with this, we'll apply, and here we can give it a name, or you can just save and allow Getint to give it a name along with the date and time of creation. We are now saving. So here we have our first functional integration. Before we move on, here you can see a way to control the data, how you want it to behave by using filters. You will see that we have 3 types of filtering options, and in each field you'll have the options to select the fields. You can even add a label, for example, that contains the operator or the value sync, and only the tickets or the tasks that contain that label will then be synchronized. The same can apply with Zendesk. You will also see the options and how you want to filter this out in order to have more control of your data. For the purpose of this demo, I will not add any filter just to make it simple. So we can now jump and check the latest runs, where you will see that we already had a run. You have an ID for it, you have the name of the integration, you also have the mode where you see how this integration is running, how much time it took to synchronize, along when was the last run. For the on-premise, which is the one that I'm using, you will have runs every 60 seconds. For the cloud, Jira Cloud, the runs happen every 180 seconds. This is the limit, cannot be lower or down, but it functions pretty well like that. Now, you will not see any stats because we don't have any ticket or task updated after the create of the integration. So we will go ahead and create a task and see what will happen. We'll go to our project in Jira, create, then give it a name. And we can also give some attachment to it. Okay, let's add the attachment. Once Jira finishes uploading, we'll now create. And let's get back to Getint to see what happened. So we just have had a run 9 seconds ago. We'll wait a little bit more to see the next one happening and see if we have any data flowing. Let's see what happens now. Now we have one sync. Again, you have the ID, the name of the integration, the mode, how long it took to synchronize. The stats, now we have one sync that happened, and also the status is, it's green, is a working and a functional integration. Let's go to the details so we can see what happened in there. Here you will see the ID of the item that started the synchronization, the ID of the item that was created with it, and the mode in this case is create. We can even click on each item and see a summary of all the fields that were added to the synchronization, along with the URL. So here you see all the fields and the URL for the item created. If we click in here, we'll be able to see the item created. Here you'll see the description, the attachment that we add, as well as the status. Now, to see this on the Jira side and see if our flow is connected properly, we can comment and also add another attachment just to test it. Okay, and let's also change the status. Now that the comment was added, let's go back to Getint and see what happened. Okay, let's see what we'll have in here. And again, all the information is here. Another synchronization happened. We have under details the ID of the item that started the integration from Zendesk, the item that it was synced with, and now instead of create, we have update. The same thing, you can click on the item, see the summary, and be sent to the ticket that was modified this time. You will now see a new status. You will see another attachment, and if you scroll down, you also see a comment that came from Zendesk along with the footer information. That is the author of the comment, who, when it was created, and was the ticket that started this creation. Now, that's it. Here you have now a bidirectional integration working, bringing data from one side to the other without manual work. That's the foundation. From here, you can go further and add custom field mappings, fix value, configure the comment synchronization, add the jQuery filter on the Jira side, do whatever it works best for your team. If you want this integration also for multiple Jira projects, you can duplicate the integration and just modify the projects without having to create the flow from scratch. The core setup, a work bidirectional sync between Jira and Zendesk, takes just a few minutes. The complexity is optional. That's it. If this video was useful, like it, share, comment. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments or contact our support that would be happy to help you, give it a demo, or just have a call to explain and work with your own environment. You can subscribe to see more videos and more connectors. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.